Hello, everyone. Malik and Abro welcome you to a brand new episode of Matchweek Echoes. Uh, since we are coming back after a break, and the blessed Eid has already also went by in this phase. So, uh, belated Eid Mubarak to everybody who celebrated. And we are back again. Welcome on board, Mr. Abro.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Yes, and Eid Mubarak, Eid greetings to everyone who's listening, who's watching. Yes, we are
Yeah.
back and after a short while, and we are ready to just get along.
Right. So we have some, cracking banging fixtures in this match week as well. But I think since we were unable to cover match week 30,
That's right.
so how about we take a recap of that first, Mr. Abu? What do you think?
Yeah, how things ended up after the match week 30 before we
Yeah.
go into that 31. So we just let everyone know what the table looks like.
Right. So
When the,
let's glance over match week
yeah,
30. The table as it stands after match week 30, right? And some very upsetting results. Some very, very favorable results for a few of the teams. But this is how the things looked after the match week 30 was wrapped up. Now we move on to match week 31. And this is where things are shaping up differently for a lot of teams at the bottom of the table, right?
yes,
And this is
absolutely.
what we are focusing on at this point of time. So how do you mean to start with this, Mr. Abru?
I think there is no better place than sorry and unfortunate Tottenham Hotspur, who's taking on
Oh yeah,
relegation rivals Nottingham Forest. This is, I mean,
the North
I
London
don't know
side.
where to start, how to
Yeah.
start, but what went wrong, what is wrong. I mean, this
Well,
was the squad, almost the squad when they lifted the Europa League last year against United. And
exactly.
things were like, they were, people were like saying that this is the start of something good for Tottenham. And I mean, the manager had it covered, it
Yeah.
seems, on that in that particular period. And a lot of mockery being done against rivals as well.
Yeah.
So they had something to cheer after a long, long, long time. They had a trophy.
Yeah.
But I have
But
no
this time
clue what
around,
went
yeah.
wrong. What? Because, I mean, if you look at the squad, Malik sir, nothing has changed for me. Couple
No,
of
I
signings
think.
here and there, but the
I mean,
major squad
even
is the same, was lifted the Europa
no.
League,
I think
except for
I
all.
both of us. I think we are very fond of the squad they have, particularly in the attack side.
Yes.
They have some immense talent with them, and they started off pretty good this season. I mean, honestly speaking. But then I think everything went wrong for Tottenham Hotspurs. Only a couple of match weeks in the beginning of this season that were in their favor, but after that, I think they have been sliding down to this position. I think it's been very, very long that we have all seen Tottenham Hotspurs being part of Premier League, and
I haven't
I
never
don't
saw them
actually
in,
recall them
like,
suffering this
since the
bad.
Premier League begins. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
they are
yeah.
there.
And we have not seen Tottenham Hotspur, suffering badly like this. Uh,
Yes.
I can't recall of any season where they have struggled this badly
Yeah, in
to come
90s
up
and
with points.
2000, you can say they were like mid-table side. They
But yeah,
were
that's
consistently,
like ages ago. That's like
and
20
they
odd
had
years ago.
some they had some smash and grab results against big sides at that time.
Yeah,
They just maybe of couple of seasons they had their say on the title where it's land. So that was their role. But after that, I mean 2010, 2012, I think there was a
yeah.
shift at par. They were a quite amazing talent over there. We've seen the rise of Gareth Bale,
Oh
the
yeah,
Modric of this
Luka
world,
Modric. Yeah,
and then Harry Kane. I mean, these guys have came along from Tottenham's nursery, so
yeah,
we expected better from Tottenham going forward. But
exactly.
since that age, I mean I think like we are talking right now, it seems that it's been a long, long time. Tottenham were like
So
there as a title
they have been
challenger,
always there.
and
Yeah,
once they played Champions League, they had a brilliant
yeah,
semi-final against Ajax.
yeah,
We all
yeah.
remember they were the
We all remember
finalists
that.
when Liverpool
True,
beat
true.
them. So I mean, what went wrong after that? They are now into that crazy gung
Um,
ho battle for relegation stuff for survival, and they're just, I mean, a point above.
a
I mean,
point above.
only four
Yeah.
within the four teams.
Within the four
So
teams
this
that we are actually focusing on in this
and the
week.
neutral. I mean, this is
Yeah.
for me very sad
No, I
to
think
see where
this is
Tottenham is.
very disheartening to see
Yes,
Spurs
absolutely.
sitting so
Yes.
low, in the table. Just 1 point that makes them ahead and clear of 18th position as of now is
And still, Manisha,
the
what
clean.
alarms me, what
Yeah,
basically alarms me is there's no fight. They know where they are right now.
and I
There is
don't
no
see
fight.
things improving by any means.
Nobody is
You know, like
playing for the badge. Yes, we
yeah,
saw a glimpse when they
yeah,
had late equalized, when they equalized against Liverpool at Anfield
yeah,
last week,
yeah,
last match week. Everybody
yeah,
celebrated. Wow, they took a point of Liverpool.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, nobody saw that coming, and we thought, let's go. Tottenham will give everything to
Or maybe
Spurs. That's
this
it.
is where they
They
actually
could
kick off. Yeah,
this could be the beginning.
yeah.
I mean,
But
they
then
are
again,
plunging.
this is terrible. This is
They are
disappointing.
plunging.
And the only a team that is the second match perhaps that we'll be discussing would be a team that is trailing only by 1 point behind Spurs at this point of time, and that is West Ham United. They played against
Yes,
Villains at Villa Park,
and they were
a
sorry
defeat.
again.
Yeah,
They were absolutely sorry. There were no. I didn't saw any
no real effort, no real
clinical
fight.
movements or real
No,
ambition to go
no,
and
no, no, not at all.
because this was the best time to play Villa.
Yeah,
Villa was struggling.
yeah,
The last three or four results, they were struggling badly.
exactly,
They got beaten at
exactly.
Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I mean, all hands up, and they were absolutely beaten. The defense is shaky. They're conceding
Yeah,
goals. I mean, in on the on what wish list or
mm,
win list, whatever you call it,
yeah,
easy goals they're conceding. They're lacking that confidence. What they
and
had
not
at this
scoring
point.
enough goals by
They're
themselves.
not
At
scoring
the
enough
same time,
goals. They're
yeah,
not making. Morgan Rogers' forms has been dipped. There is a dip in form of Rogers also.
exactly.
So I mean that was the best time for West Ham to go and nick it. To nick a, I mean to get at least a
I
draw
mean,
out of it.
and I think this was also expected of West Ham, considering they have also
Yes,
they
I
have
was
produced some
basically
surprising matches in the
I was
season.
expecting a result for West Ham over at Villains.
Yeah,
Then what happened between Tottenham and Nottingham?
exactly. Agreed.
I
I
was
think I
more into
expected
that
the same.
game that West
I,
Ham will take a point at least. They are not going to
exactly,
lose it
exactly.
because what Nuno has been doing so and West Ham has been responding to it. Although
Yeah,
it is, I mean, quite late.
it is
But
pretty
again,
late, but
if
I
you
mean,
do
then
now
this is
in
what I'm
that
saying.
context, if you look at that result of
Even
Tottenham
if
and Nottingham,
things go this sour, and if you reflect on it, so I think they have better, occasions to cherish than Spurs this season because they have produced some very good results and some surprising results. This is unfortunate that they're still sitting at 18th position in the relegation zone, and they have been in
yeah,
the relegation zone for a very long time throughout the season. But I mean, yeah, I think I also expected the same that they would be putting up a great fight and at least taking away a point from this fixtures against
I think
Villains.
uh, I don't know, but Manisha, Nottingham will not going to give up because the way they've beaten Tottenham, they were
And
immense, they were tremendous,
they have also stayed clear of
absolutely
of the
amazing.
relegation zone.
Morgan Gibbs White was amazing on that day,
Yeah, yeah.
and they were clinical in front of goal.
They
So
have been
this could be
absolutely
very much,
very
I
phenomenally
mean,
good in
tricky
this
for
fixture.
Tottenham to survive.
Exactly. And I think that they are now a threat to Leeds, by the way. They're
Absolutely,
sitting
yes.
just right,
Leeds
neck to neck with
also
them.
had I mean, you remember we discussed Leeds. I think 3 or 4 match weeks ago, they were
Huh.
sitting pretty.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
yeah,
had
yeah.
some form. I
Yeah.
mean, they had goal scoring people. They were playing
Yeah.
brilliantly over in Leeds
And then
at
again,
their
yes.
own perch.
Then
But
again,
all of a
yes.
sudden, the results have, I mean, dried up. The goals dried up.
And
They're losing. They're drawing too many,
this fixture
and they are
again,
now a
Mr.
point.
Ambrose, this fixture again, this was at Allen Road, you know,
Yeah, because yes, it's in all
their
Allen.
backyard. And
It's
then
their
again,
backyard.
they played a draw with Brentford, a nil-nil
Yes,
draw, stalemate.
credit to Brentford. They are the most. I mean, not one of the most
Um,
informed team right now,
yeah,
and they are playing some attractive football, beautiful football.
exactly.
And of
Yeah,
course, going there at Allen Road won't be easy, but Leeds at home should have capitalized. They
they
had the
should have.
crowd,
They should
they
have.
got the fans behind their back, and they know what position they are into.
Exactly.
I thought this was a game they should have nicked it. I mean, if not 2-0 or 3-1, whatever, they
Or
should
at
have
least,
nicked it,
yeah,
then a draw.
they should have
Now,
at least
this draw
played
hurts
for this
because
draw.
this draw will
Definitely
hurt
hurts.
after
Exactly.
seeing what happened at Tottenham and
Exactly.
what happened with West Ham. This
Yeah,
draw will
exactly.
hurt them.
I mean, exactly. And I think the things are, very, very dark for the other two teams that are sitting way below West Ham United, even.
I think
So there's
Burnley
no
losing
point
to
in
Fulham is
discussing. Yeah,
almost
yeah.
feel
So I
like
mean,
for
Burnley and Wolverhampton, they have absolutely no chance of recovering from their situation where they are in
yeah,
at the moment.
mathematically it's not over, but then again, I mean, you cannot see this
Mathematically, it's not over, but I mean, they would be needing a miracle as
a
big as
miracle.
Moses to
Yeah,
pull this
above
off. Yeah,
everyone, yeah, above them, everyone should lose, and they picked up points.
everybody, yeah, they need to win absolutely every match from now on, and then also require the rest of the teams to lose the matches so they can pick up the point and
Oh, yeah,
stay clear of the relegation zone. But that is improbable, I would say, rather
yeah,
at this point of time.
very up.
But yeah, this situation is absolutely very frustrating, very disappointing, even considering that two London sides are, in this fight that we are discussing at this point in time. This review is largely focusing on, the Hammers and the Spurs, and it is very unlike to see both of them, fighting to get out of the relegation side. So yeah, I mean, very frustrating, very very concerning uh, state of affairs in Premier League,
Absolutely, yes. I mean,
and
I feel
something
sorry
that
for Tottenham
yeah,
fans, for West Ham's, of course, for Leeds and
exactly,
Nottingham also. But
exactly.
I mean,
So I mean,
they played. I mean, a year before Nottingham were playing in the Champions League. Not
yeah, yeah.
so. I mean, to being in this position, that's a cruelty of a Premier League right now.
It
That
is
shows
the
how
cruelty of
the
life
Premier,
and Premier
yes,
League
how
both.
tough it is. Yeah, how
Exactly,
tough it is.
exactly.
And look at the, I mean, most. But in our time, we look at the sides when Chelsea's and United and Arsenal play,
Yeah,
when they go to Charlton Athletic, when they go to Middlesbrough, when they go to
yeah.
Blackburn Rovers,
Reading
when they
and
go to
QPR,
Bolton
Portsmouth.
Wanderers, when they go
Yeah,
to QPR Rangers. I mean,
yeah.
look where they are right now. I mean, this is
And
very tricky. When you go down, you need to come back straight up. If
well,
not, you'll blow your chances
some
because
10 odd
even
years.
championship is tougher.
I
Championship is
think
tougher.
Mr. Abro, some 10, 12 years back, if we go, in that era. So I think
Yeah.
the teams that were sitting in the relegation side, they were, an absolute beast of teams to play,
I mean, absolutely
particularly
on their given day.
for the
Harisha,
team.
I
Yeah,
still remember.
and particularly
I
for the
mean,
teams that
for the
were,
team
in
who
the
were
top
chasing
four.
titles
Yeah,
on that time, for example, for you look at Chelsea, you look at United, even Arsenal, you go to Bolton Wanderers and Bolton Wanderers struggling
yeah,
at 17 or 18.
yeah.
They will not going to give you a sniff of a chance.
They were not. Yeah,
That's
these
the
were
look and the
absolute death
physical
traps.
progress of
Yeah,
those teams at that
yeah.
time. Oh my God, they will
And the
absolutely choke
energy.
you.
I mean, the
The
energy
energy
that they were
when the
not
world goes
letting
to
go
90th
of the
minute,
fight.
they will choke
They
you
were,
to that.
yeah, they
That
were pushing with everything that they got. And this is what we actually expected from Premier League. But things actually changed. In the past 10 or so years, things have changed drastically.
even Charlton Athletic was not easy to play when they were facing the. I
No,
mean,
I
facing
mean,
towards the wall.
I go on to the extent of saying that any team, of the era that we are discussing about, any team that actually fell down to the relegation zone, they were very very lethal to play against, and the most threat they bared the most threat for the teams that were sitting at the top four positions.
Absolutely yes.
So they played like, I mean, they threw everything at them. While playing with the teams that were sitting at the top four, and it was absolute hell of of matches. For any neutral, this was an absolute bliss of football to see, because the
Yeah,
other team,
absolutely.
underdogs, they were just they were fighting with their teeth, and this was absolute to football to see. And
Right, right.
if you're looking at a match where you favor a team and they are playing against a relegation side like this, so that was very difficult to keep on your nerve, like, keep the calm and
I think
everything. It was very difficult to do so.
the standards have dropped down immensely.
They have,
Because I mean, even
they have.
in those days, even if you're not playing them while they are on in a relegation battle,
Yeah.
it's not easy to go at Bolton. It's not easy to go at Middlesbrough. Not easy
No,
at
no,
Seven
no.
Rovers to collect a
Exactly.
point or win all three
Exactly.
for all those title chasing teams. I mean,
Exactly.
their peaks with
And
the players they
particularly
had.
for the title chasing teams, particularly.
Exactly. I
Exactly.
mean, the amount of player they had, the brilliant player, the match winners they had, it was
And I think
absolutely the
I
dirtiest football you will have to play to snatch a point or 3 points.
the physicality of the matches, and I think the physicality of the matches have somewhat, even and got greater in the past 10 or so years in the Premier League
Absolutely.
overall. But I think, as I deduce, I personally say that this is the officials and the VAR have actually spoiled
Yeah,
the Premier
absolutely.
League and the spirit of
I don't
it.
know.
Because
They've
back in the
absolutely
day,
spoiled.
the era that we are discussing about, before 2015 until 2015-16, let's say, so some 10 odd years back, there was nothing such as as the likes of a small team. They were underdogs, definitely. But it was not improbable, it was not impossible for a smaller sized club to come against and be on the winning side against a pretty big club like Manchester United or Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea. But this does not, we don't see this happening so often now.
No.
Rather, well, I mean, we don't actually see this happening at all. It's very rare to see such an affair in Premier League at this point in time. So we see VAR and we see officials, some
Spoiling the game.
undue benefits being passed on to teams such as Liverpool and
Yeah.
Arsenal and City.
I
And
mean,
I mean, it's
what
just
they do is I mean, they had their own opinions, I believe, but look at the game at Bournemouth versus United. They've
yeah, exactly.
absolutely, I felt it was robbed. United were robbed, and every third person
Um,
saying they were robbed. I
They
mean,
were,
the officiating becomes a joke under VAR these days, and I mean,
and
they're not just. And look at the game at, I mean, it's not the Premier League, but again, Melissa, we had a discussion for the Champions League game between Galatasaray and Liverpool. The referee was a joke
that was an
in first half,
absolute.
and the VAR was absolutely nowhere.
What that was a
So,
mockery of the
I
game
mean,
itself.
yeah.
I mean, that was so stupid. And
So,
I know if you're talking about this, staying on this topic, I think the football used to be the game of continuity. This is what
yeah.
a seamless flow
And
of the game.
consistency, of course. I mean,
And
why people are
the VAR, I
criticizing?
think if I look back and I say, hey, out of the comparison, if I draw any of it, so I think I would rather go back in the time and watch that football, play that
Without
football, which
VAR,
was
yes.
continuous without VAR, because
Yes.
there were obviously there were instances
No, of
where
course,
the
that was
decision
a
was,
human error.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
was a
that was
human
the
error.
time when referee made mistakes. Fine, that was
And
fine.
you used
But the
to
game never
you
stops.
used
The
to
consistency was there.
exactly
And there was corruption. I mean, VAR taking time for, I mean,
VAR
deciding an
taking
offside
time.
goal for
And
6 minutes,
I mean,
5 minutes.
see, VAR taking time. I mean, I don't understand really what value VAR is actually adding to the game, because at times you see there is an offense, but VAR does not steps in. If the referee on field has not pointed anything, the VAR is silent. Secondly, there are absurd decisions,
Absurd.
granted by VAR, and you're like, when you look at it, I mean, you say like, what are you bloody doing? I mean,
Absolutely absurd.
anybody with a screen, if I can see on a screen and I can, absolutely clearly see what is happening around, how can they not see it? We're
And
passing the
on
judgment,
top of it, Malik Saab, you look at the amount of added time they are
and
giving these
that is
players.
absurd too.
When
That is
there is
absurd.
no, I mean, there is no
I mean,
incident took place in the second half, when there is no enough stoppages there. I mean, you can allow 3, 4 minutes, that's fine. You give 9 minutes at Liberty against Bournemouth, and I mean, Bournemouth,
yeah,
9 minutes
Mr.
added
Bro,
on.
tell me this. 10 years back.
Where that, I mean, where that
10
came
years
from?
back, what do you think was an average
No.
added time.
I mean, I remember there was a City United clash where Michael Owen scored the winner, four
Yeah,
three. It
yeah,
was an absolutely cracking game, and yeah, Mike Hughes criticized referee for allowing the game to go till the what seventh minute mark. That was seventh minute added on, but
yeah,
there were stoppages while throws being delayed and goalkeeping stoppages. So the goal came in the eighth minute, but that wasn't one off. I mean, the
yeah,
entire Premier League
yeah. The
history
entirety
and
of
all
it.
season,
Yes,
you can highlight those incidents on a fingertips. I mean,
yeah,
couple
exactly.
of three or four, five.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now this is happening with the system in
On
place.
on on a weekly
Behind,
basis,
yeah,
multiple
with the
times.
team sitting in an air-conditioned rooms, a system
Yes,
in front of them, the
and
microphones are there,
I mean, this is
they're talking
absurd.
to
This
the
is
referees or in their ears,
I
and this is
I
happening consistently in every
I don't
game.
under. I mean, as I was reflecting on it, so I think some 10 odd years back, the average edit time, in every match, average of it used to be somewhere about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not more than this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Now the
3 minutes was
average
the
edit
three
time in
minutes was the
Premier
random
League,
average. Yeah.
yeah, and now it is 5 minutes beyond. By any means, this is 5 minutes and beyond, and we see this happening every week in Premier League. And this is all thanks to, the VAR that is absolutely producing no valuable results
The only
whatsoever.
thing I
Other than
like
destroying the game, I
this
don't
day
see
and age,
them
the only
taking anything good.
only thing which I thought helped the system, helped the game was the that goal line technology.
So
The
that
only
makes
thing
sense.
that
Yes.
helps.
Yes. That
Because
makes sense.
if you remember, there was a goal against. I mean, there was a very famous goal line clearance, which was basically which was the goal, but the lineman didn't pick up, and that happened at
Yeah.
Old Trafford. And United were like drawing the game against Tottenham, and
Yeah.
from halfway, a player has shot the. I mean, they shoot try to shoot at goal, and the ball was just inside. I mean, it landed inside, and the goalkeeper
Yeah.
pushed it outside. That was a goal, but
Yeah.
at that time it was not given, and that
Yeah.
that became a talking point for in that
Yeah.
season. I
Yeah.
mean, talking point in that complete season.
Yeah.
So that is something I'm very grateful that they have that technology. They can decide it's crossed the line or not,
Yeah.
but they have to do something with this.
No,
I
about this
mean,
VAR, and this is
that
absolute
trap
horseshit. I
which
mean,
is beginning to
I
haunt
don't
the
I
football.
don't really I don't see anything good coming out of it on a general account. Other than some minor decisions that they produce, but they have largely been associated with decisions that have actually spoiled the game rather than improve it in Premier League, and that is a shame. But I think this is all we had from this match week.
Yes,
Um,
true.
and now for the remainder of the season, we will hopefully be carrying on a continual basis as we used to do before Ramadan.
Still a
And
long break.
yeah, a long break still.
I mean,
But
international
then
break is
again, I
going
mean,
on. There are
we
qualifier
will.
sports.
Yeah, exactly. So we will catch you up in Champions League as it
Yeah,
continues, and Premier League as it returns. The soon as it
Preview the
returns.
quarterfinals. Yes,
Exactly, the quarterfinals. So I
huge
think
one.
it's about time. I think we
Yeah,
should wrap it
about
up.
time.
Call it a day, Mr. Abru.
Yes, I think it's about time, and we'll be coming very soon with this the
Yeah,
quarterfinal preview. And so stay tuned, take care of yourself, stay
yeah,
blessed, stay
yeah.
healthy, and
Keep watching our
please
videos, liking our
watch
channel.
our videos and like our
Yeah,
videos. Of course, subscribe to our channel. So till then,
and
bye bye. Adios
yeah,
from our side.
and we really wish peace to the world. For all the
Yes,
things that's
absolutely,
happening around.
absolutely.
So we wish that peace prevails in the world, and we'll
Yes,
see you
yes.
around as Premier League returns. Until then,
Yep.
take care. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.
Love is.